They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my access. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a goal. Payback is a goal.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that sort of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every crack of surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that we're in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom be busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a goal. Payback is a goal. Payback is a goal. Payback is a goal. Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box. I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was designed fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They want my jealous. I want a brand new pair of bellows. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a goal. Payback is a goal. Payback is a goal. Payback is a goal.
All right, shalom, 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 Israel. Welcome again to another I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica Wednesday night law class. My name is Priest and Officer 500 Kayad 1 Banyamian from I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica under Commanding General YAHANNA. I say Yahweh Shami Awashai Thumb to my brothers. Yahweh Shama Alathon Shami Awashai to my sisters. All right, so today them says the so-called New Year's, you understand? But you know what I mean? Being in the I.S.U.P.K. and a Commanding General YAHANNA, we know that that is far, far from the truth. You understand? The same way like, oh, Christmas is not the celebration of Christ's birthday. You understand? The same way Easter is not, you know what I mean, the celebration of the death, resurrection of Jesus Christ. You understand? All these holidays that we get over here in captivity was given to us by our slave masters. You understand? These are our slave masters' custom being, you know what I mean, imparted to us, the slaves. You understand? And to think about it, it's, you know what I mean, it's disrespectful to ask us to celebrate these things. You know what I mean? And it's belittling for us to partake in these customs that our slave master gives us. If you think about it, you understand? If we are resentful of what took place in slavery, right? Of what relationship we have with this oppressor of slaves and masters, we should resent everything else that come with him. You understand? Just off that alone. But of course, our people, you know what I mean, is not that simple. Let me just put it that way. Our people need proof, you know what I mean, and evidence before them can, you know what I mean, make common sense decision. And this is no disrespect. All right. But first, before we get into the topic, we are talking about the New Year's. Zin, me have to really big up a lot of our people who are wake up, realize that the work with the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general YAHANNA has been putting in. It is bearing fruits, because I did a video breaking down New Year's and the origin of New Year's. See? And many of the people in the comments, they are aware. You understand? So yeah, and those who commented, some of those who commented said that they themselves never celebrated New Year's, they never celebrate Christmas. You understand? Because they know the origin, and that is because of the word that the I.S.U.P.K is putting in. You understand? So without further ado, what we're going to do now, we're going to jump into the whole breakdown of, you know what I mean, the origin of New Year's. We are go over to, let me put it up on the screen. And those on TikTok, remember to like, share, and well, not subscribe, follow, jump in, then as soon as you come in, remember to like, tap up the screen and everything, right? So we are going to jump over to the Britannica website, you understand? And we're going to show you the origin of this New Year's that you are celebrating. And again, this is not the New Year. You understand? If you go, let's say you go off of the time period that the oppressor give us. The oppressor starts his countdown of what year we are in based off of the death of our King Christ, Yahushua, see? So it would be AD, right, after the death of Christ, right? So since then, it has been, according to the oppressor's calendar, 2025. But let's say we are going after that, you know what I mean, notion, right? 2025 not come yet. And if you even look, because as I said, the calendar is off, how can you have 365 and a quarter days within a year? What is a quarter days? There's no such thing as a quarter days. You understand? According to the Most High's calendar, you have 360 or 64 days. See, it evens out, right? So there's no such thing as a quarter days. That alone is supposed to tell us that something is wrong with this oppressor's calendar, right? So the original calendar has less days per year and it balances out, it equal out, right? So we're not in a 2025 yet. We don't reach 2025, especially now knowing, you know what I mean, when the New Year's really is, right? But where did this New Year come from? We're gonna move on after this to tell you what the real New Year is or when the real New Year is. But first, we're gonna tell you where this so-called New Year come from. See? So it said, Janus, right? Many of them who keep up with the I.S.U.P.K might heard that you know what I mean, that name before, Janus, because we break down and expose the lies that the oppressor give us, right? So it's a Janus. In Roman religion, the animistic spirit of doorways, right? So this thing named Janus, right, is a doorway deity, right? January and archway Jani. Senesine was the parent of Tiberius, Tiberinus, whose death in or by the river Albus caused it to remain, right? We'll go down to the meat of the matter. See? Some scholar regards Janus as the god of all beginnings, which is the origin of, you know what I mean? Like we said before, doorways and so forth. There's a lot of concept about this God. He's the God of beginnings, he's the God of doorways, he's the God of the past and the future, right? And belief that his association with doorways is derivative. He was invoked as the first of any gods in regarding liturgy, right? So he's considered by the Romans the first of all their gods because there are many gods, right? And Janus is one of such gods. See? The beginning of day, month, and year. Listen, the beginning of day, month, and year, right? Both calendrical and are agricultural was sacred to him. The month of January is named for him. So the month January is named after Janus. And our people don't think about this, you know what I mean? Really. Like, where did these months, these days get them name from? Well, they are named from the Romans. The Romans gave them names, and their names are based off of the gods that they worship. Right? January is named after Janus, and Janus is the god of the new year. You understand? Janus is the god of the new year. Janus is also the god of birthdays. You understand? Before the Romans, you never celebrate your birthday. Your birthday, like who really considers and wants to at least the hit. We never used to celebrate birthday, which is confusing now that we have our people thinking that Jesus wants you to celebrate his birthday when the Israelites, who Jesus was one of, never celebrate birthdays. You understand? Janus is the god of the New Year's and birthdays. He's the one that the month January is named after. Janus, January, right? And it's by the Romans. So you celebrating New Year's Day. You go into, all right, and this is where the hypocrisy comes in. And it is no fault of our people, you know, but it is definitely the fault of those Christian pastors because, you know what I mean? The occupation that your pastor holds is an occupation that it's his duty to know what the will of God is. You understand? Which lead him down the path of research and understanding. You understand? So it's no excuse of your pastor to have you up in that Christian church and watch so-called watch night, celebrating the New Year's, you know what I mean? Whether knowingly or unknowingly to the God of Janus. And then tell you that you are worship the Most High. Let me tell you something. See? There's a lot of things that we do, you know what I mean, ignorant, and it's an offense to the Most High. See, it's no fault of our people, but it's the fault of the people who lead over us, rule over us, like our Christian pastors. See, however, what's it say? Ignorance of the law is not innocence, may I paraphrase. And according to the scriptures, when you read the scriptures, you see where our people suffer for the sins our leaders. Why? Because the leaders have influence and lead us down a path. Now, how else can the Most High turn you away from a certain path? If your leaders, them are carried on a path, how else the Most High going to turn you from that path? He might come in front of you and say, such and such, don't follow them, he might go send prophets. And if you don't listen to those prophets, you know what got my next? Judgment. You understand? Get you to turn away from that path. Him sending prophets to tell you, don't follow those wicked, corrupt leaders, consistent with the Bible, consistent with what we do in the I.S.U.P.K today. And if you don't listen, then you know a judgment have to come. Right after the warning, or right after the what you call it now? What's the word I look for? Admonition. Hopefully I pronounce that word properly. See? Admonishment, right? Right after the admonishment, then comes the judgment. The Most High never do it without a warning, and this is the warning. Of course, we know the New Year's gone already, or the so-called watch night thing gone already. See? But our people learn every day. And this going forward, our people should not partake in these holidays. And those watching and those who agree should spread the word. You know what I mean? And pass, you know what I mean? Pass on the message until tell our people where to come get them wisdom and understanding. You understand? This is the warning. Especially in these crucial times, you're getting good warning. And it is now on the airways. Once upon a time in the I.S.U.P.K, if you never, you know what I mean, get an I.S.U.P.K cassette tape or something, you know, you wouldn't get this message, you know. Now we're all over the internet. You know what I mean? And we are bear fruits. We are see where, you know what I mean, our people, you know what I mean, them proudly repeat what we teach. And that is good. You understand? It is good. It means that our people don't just, you know what I mean, hear and it go through one ears. And sometimes the very people who disagree come back around the next time and agree. So me understand. And we have a lot of patience with the people. See, because the brainwash is really strong. And as me say, it's no fault of our people. But it's the Christian pastors, those Christian churches, it's their fault. Because how can you have people who want to serve the Most High in church serving this? And by the way, this is Janus. See, which I'm going to read something, I'm going to read the Google description and then get back to this, right? One second. Give me a second. See, in the meanwhile, just remember, tap up the screen and share. You understand? Just share it around. We want everybody, who don't mind every Jamaican. We want this message reach. Jamaica no big, you know. And Jamaica have a history of standing up for, you know what I mean, morality. See? So, in my imagination, and you know, this is what me I say. I don't know, the Most High might, you know what I mean, will something else. But in my imagination, me I say, the entire Jamaica, me I thought the black people and the few Hispanics that might be here. See? The children of Israel by blood, those people. See? We can't have this mass awakening where people just lego them holiday and say, yo, we not do it because guess what? Me see Jamaicans do things in a mass that involves righteousness already. So me know it can't happen. Me want our people in mass walk out of the Christian church, walk out of Rastafarianism. Because I realize Jamaican people don't blind. They're stubborn, you know. They're not blind. See? So my imagination I tell me say this can't happen. And guess what? Jamaicans might be spared. We like to talk about, you know what I mean, how much we are blessed. And indeed, we are blessed because enough things not reach we few reach we. You understand? We like to brag about it, but to be even more blessed, we need to turn back to the Most High. You understand? Fully. You understand? We need to fully just detach ourselves from this oppressor and come back to the Most High. So this says, Janus was the Roman god of beginnings and ending, transition and doorways. See? Symbolism. Janus is often depicted with two faces. This is where you are see right now. This is the god of New Year's. See? This is him. This is what you really go in that Christian church and watch night when you know what I mean, you was singing and you hand up in the ear. You understand? And everything, it wasn't to God. God never tell you to celebrate no New Year's. You understand? The God of the Bible, where, you know what I mean, but no one think of that when I worship in the Christian church. I understand. See? It's not your fault. But no at that you think you are worship. This is what you are worship when you go to watch night. You understand? This is the God of New Year's. The Most High never tell you to celebrate these things. These are the customs of the heathens. See, let me read again. It's a symbolism. Janus is often depicted with two faces, allowing him to see both side and inside and outside, forward and backwards, without turning around. That is a concept about Janus. See, again, Janus is what the word January comes from. You understand? He is the god of the new year. He's a Roman creation. That is what they believe. And it passes on to us through the Christian church. And that is why your pastor is the one that facilitates the reigning in the new year. You understand? Because Christianity comes from the Romans. See? Christianity is not biblical. That religion called Christianity, it is not what is going on in the Bible. The Bible is about the 12 tribes of Israel, how them fall and how them are going to rise again. That's all the Bible is. The Bible is about the children of Israel. It was taken from the children of Israel, who are real people, by the way. See? Who are our foreparents. See? The Bible has nothing at all to do with the religion, but Christianity was given to us by our oppressor, the slave master, because it carries out the purpose of our oppressor. And the purpose of our oppressor is to keep us breaking the Most High laws. And celebrating New Year's is breaking the Most High laws. You understand? If you break the Most High laws, that is what a sin is. And I want to look at this as well, right? In the Christian church, did the pastor ever tell you what sin is? We now talk examples, like him like we said, well, drinking is a sin, gambling is a sin. Let me tell you something. You see those two things I just say? None of them are sin. None of them. See? But your pastor never tell you what sin is measured by. This is it. Sin is whenever you break one of the Most High laws. Just picture like a crime. Just picture breaking the law. Crime is when you break the law. Sin is when you break God's law. Sin just means crime. It's a crime against God to break his law. And he gave us laws as the children of Israel to keep. Laws to govern our nation, where if we broke, that is a crime or a sin, right? We are his chosen people. He gave us the Bible. When we say the Bible, the records in the Bible. The Bible is like this. I know me around time, but listen. The Bible is records that we recorded to come in handy in times like this when we don't know who the hell we is, when we're completely lost. So when we read the Bible, we say, oh, okay, all right, you understand? When we read the Bible, we trace back with step. It's like breadcrumbs. You understand? That is what the Bible is. So the Most High gave us this for time like these. When we end up in a slavery, we lose our identity, then we can trace back with step. You understand? All right. So let me get back to Britannica. See? Let me get back to this. So it said he was invoked, talking about Janus, right? As the first of any gods in regular liturgies. The beginning of day, month, and year. Listen, the beginning of days, month, and year. The new year. You understand? He is the God of the new year. See? Both calendrical and agricultural were sacred to him. The month of January is named for him. The entire month of January is dedicated to Janus. We now say, if we jump out of January and jump in February, and that way I say, we just tell you, say, the Romans who ruled at one point named the entire month January after them God that they worship. You understand? And the New Year's is the worshiping of him. So as me I say, when you're going to the Christian church and you say hallelujah and rock to the side and sing that soft music raining in the new year and the pastor talking that soft tone while the music is playing, you are not worshiping the Most High in the Bible. It is just no two way about it. See? And I say, we people, no fool. We're not blind. One thing, Jamaican people, no fool. We know when we are get played. See? Them could tell us say Janus. Them are worshiping at the church. And me not tell us even the pastor know. The pastor probably don't know. The pastor just want a New Year's money there. You understand? Of course, we tell us don't be so gullible and make nobody scamming out down the money because of a stupid holiday. But we're going to go further. We're going to go further and tell them, say, look, even worse than that, you are worshiping another God. This is not the... We know you go to watch night and you say, I want to be blessed for the new year. Because that you say, no, you want to be blessed for the new year. I want to listen to me carefully. See, as a matter of fact, let me read something. I'm going to read something. God, it's important for us to know the Bible. So when we know the Bible, we can't get deceived. We're going to jump to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 16. Now, I'm going to make the Bible speak for itself. Just listen. Give me a second. Zane? Just give me 1 second. Now, I make the Bible speak for itself. Right? So again, when you go in at the church and watch night to be blessed for the New Year's, listen to this. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments. What is his commandments? We know this one very well. Worship no other God. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God. I mean, why not? Why this thing is a rock, is a stone. This, of course, we are jealous of one stone. My people are worship one stone and me have power for, you know what I mean? To give them prosperity and them are worship this. We are jealous too. See? Let me continue reading. To observe and to do all his commandments, not one, but all. See? And his statutes which I command thee this day. So if you would not listen, this is what is going to happen. That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So listen again. You go to the watch night to get blessed for the New Year's. But the Most High tell you, say, I no blessing you go get. You will get curse. Read this again. It's, brother, it's very important for we understand. See, this is how our life will change. You notice everybody I promise our people change and change never come yet. This is what we are doing wrong. We are making the same mistake our forefathers made. See? Let me read again, Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not If you will not hearken or listen unto the voice of the Lord thy God. What is the voice of the Lord thy God? We, his prophets. See? We come telling you where the Most High say. We tell you in word. See? To observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day. This was Moses telling our foreparents what is, you know what I mean, the situation right presently before us. See? Listen. So if we would not listen, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. You understand? So curses will happen, not blessing. So it's counterproductive. You want to be blessed for the New Year's, but yet still you worship this on New Year's Day. It's counterproductive. What is going to happen? You are going to be cursed for 2025. I mean, the people them who, and everybody for the most part, you know what I mean, celebrate the New Year's. But the man with time yard, him better off than the person who got church. Cause at least, you know what I mean, him not up in the church and jump on a worship. Something where, you know what I mean, him claim have a give him blessing. And this is, you know what I mean? This is what I call it. Disrespectful to the Most High. Thinking that you're gonna go in some church, you know what I mean, at the end of the year and sing and pay some money and be blessed for the like you're gonna buy out them. It's not gonna work. The Most High give commandments to follow, and that is what him require. You understand? So that is what you do to yourself when you're going to the church on New Year's watch night. And as I say, going forward, just make that register in your chest going forward. Don't celebrate no more New Year's. Don't celebrate no Christmas. Don't celebrate. Yo, we need to boycott them holiday that this oppressor place power. Especially, you know what I mean? All right, for example, Christmas. See? Christmas, during Christmas time, we was the Christmas gift. We was the ones being sold back and forth or being exchanged back and forth between oppressors. Then we should find that offensive, not to mention it's the worship of another God. New Year's, what them call it, watch night. You know what watch night was? I'm gonna try to explain it as best as possible. Watch night, the origin of watch night was I don't remember if it's Abraham Lincoln or somebody's, one of those, the Emancipation of Declaration or the Declaration of Emancipation, when they were trying to, there was a thing between the North and the South, and the slaves were waiting anxiously to hear what will be the outcome. You know what I mean? And slavery got up, them signed the Declaration of whatever on January 1st, and because the slaves were there watching to hear the outcome, that is where watch night come from. So watch night is more about slavery than anything else. The whole watch night concept, where on December the 31st, we go pray to the Most High. It comes from us waiting to hear what is going to be our outcome for the next year. You understand? That is what it is. So it even embedded in slavery. So Christmas have slavery history and also watch night. Zane? So we should not partake in them things. Them things have nothing to do with we as black people, as Hispanics and Native Indians. We should have separated ourselves out of, you know what I mean, national pride. Let me say the word, use the word pride, not bad pride, but you know what I mean, out of honor for oneself and for your foreparents. See, out of that alone, we should have said, yo, me not celebrate that thing. Why me should have celebrated? Why me should have been in the oppressor's Christian church? Why should I celebrate the oppressor's Christianity? The oppressor will tell me what God look like. You understand? Come to find out when you read the Bible, God is not what them portray. You understand? All right, let me continue reading. See? And it said, the month of January is named for him. You understand? All right. Let me let's see now. I'll jump to some scripture. See? Let me see what I'm going to read first. Right. This very law. Again, tonight is our law class, right? No. The reason why we have law class is because breaking God's law is the reason why we suffer as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And throughout this whole class, we're going to break it down and show you, you know what I mean, that you are indeed suffering. And you know what I mean, for the most part, our people don't think we are suffering. Only one who say, boy, we have a good job. You know what I mean, or a decent enough job, or a decent enough hustle. And we are making the money can pay with bills. And you can't tell him, a man or a woman, say, yo, them are slaves same way. For as long as them fed and them have roof over them head. You know what I mean? We think our prosperity is individual. When you look at the condition of our nation, we destroyed as a people. We are the worst, we are the worst condition on the face of the earth as a people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We in the worst condition over every other nation on the face of the earth. You understand? Because of laws like these we will break. Exodus 20:3 said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. But how would you know that celebrating New Year's was, you know what I mean, the worship of another God? You know what I mean? You buck up on this video now, you know. See? Now you know. You understand? Now you know, moving forward, just write off New Year's off of your thing. Just take it off of your calendar. There's no, so this is not New Year's. See? So him said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. It never said in front time, you know. It really has said, you mustn't have no other gods. Don't worship Christmas, which is the worship of Nimrod. December the 25th is Nimrod's birthday. See? And it changed to Saturnalia. That Christmas tree in your house is the worship, is a tree that them set up for Nimrod. It have a very disturbing history behind it. You know what I mean? When you walk down the communities and then you look, you see this big, pretty Christmas tree in them house, well decorated, and them house full of pepper light, and it was pretty and it looked nice. Though the history behind that is very disturbing. It pretty now, it look pretty. And our people should stop be frightened with pretty things. You know what I mean? Everything will look pretty, we think it good. Well, that pretty pepper light and decoration are going to cause you to be cursed. You understand? Going forward. Every year, the suffering are going to continue. Every year. Every single year is like a cycle. It repeats itself. We celebrate Valentine's Day. We celebrate New Year's, Valentine's Day, Easter. Then those in America, you know what I mean, or even Jamaica too. See, Halloween, and then in America, Thanksgiving, and then we jump off in a Christmas. See, and then New Year's again. And the cycle continues. Oh, your year has been going. You're depressed. You drink excessively. You smoke out your brain cells. You're schizophrenic. You understand? You have all manner of problems. You're unhappy. But as soon as them holidays are come around, you know what I mean? You're happy again temporarily. And to some people who can't afford to celebrate them holiday, it does bring more burden upon them. Your wife and you have a problem. Your kids and you have a problem if you can't buy the Christmas gift. You understand? All of them issue here, and it just is a cycle of being cursed. And you know what I mean? Along with other curses will come just in your daily life. You're unhappy. You suffer. You're in a poverty. Your whole people are suffer, but you know, connect yourself with your people because your prosperity to you is independent of everybody else. You don't care about nobody else. But you know, say everybody else are suffer like you. Because everybody are do the same thing like you. We are suffer as a people. And this is because we keep on and make the same mistakes over and over again. The foreparents have been doing it, and we continue to do it. You understand? But this is where we have over our foreparents. We never know. We never know. See? So, seeing that we never know, now we can know. The problem with our foreparents was, you know what I mean? They knew they were the Israelites. You understand? They knew they were the Israelites. They knew they were God's chosen people. And them still break God's law. And that is the reason why the Most High did such a drastic thing as cutting us off completely. You understand? Because how can you know that you are God's chosen people and still worship another false idols? You understand? So the Most High do a terrible thing to us, cut us off completely, so much so that we don't even know who we is. But this is where you have over your foreparents. You never know. So you see, enough of them things what we do it unknowingly. We never know. But going forward, we have an advantage. We can impress the Most High if he say, yo, you know, say, them ready. Them ready. Them ready for me take them out of the captivity. Because that him a wait for, you know. Him a wait for we to do something. That's why I'm saying we, the I.S.U.P.K and a command in general, YAHANNA. I'm saying we do the video them, we go out in the street, we read the scripture, break down the law, them, tell you where you do wrong, just like all the prophets them in the Bible used to do. Remember the time when Jonas never want to go to Nineveh, see? And the most time make a whale swallow him and spit him out. You understand? And he went to Nineveh and him do what we do to this day. And Nineveh, the whole city, turned to the Most High. The whole city of Nineveh turned back to the Most High. You can be like Nineveh. You understand? You can be like Nineveh. You can hear what we are saying and say, you know, say true. Because I only can do the one research to, you know, because everything we are saying right, that's okay. A simple Google. You not even have to go find some. Because the brothers them in the early truth, the earlier days in the I.S.U.P.K, are some big book them have to go buy or something to find them thing here. No, it's on the internet. You all you have to do is just do one simple Google. No, which shows you what? It shows you so the Most High ready. I'm ready for you. The Most High made the internet in such a way because he want the whole on forward. He don't want to destroy the whole with a place here. He want to forward. He want to separate like how we separate in Egypt, and he can punish the Egyptians there. But if we are doing the Egyptians them do, then we have to go get punished with the Egyptians. See, like COVID. COVID never come for you. COVID come for the oppressor. But because we love the oppressor and because we join with the oppressor and everybody and we in everything, you know what I mean? The Most High did have to punish we too. Like, you know what I mean? We are the wrong too. You understand? So we can be like Nineveh. And as I said, me personally, right? Jamaican people, I see one that thing already. Even though what I want to do, it was in ignorance. I see uno go in a part where uno say, boy, I want to do the right thing. But it was ignorant, and uno still end up to the wrong thing still. But the gesture of it never bad. You understand? So I know uno can do it. No one can do it. You know what I mean? As I say in my mind, I just want the whole Jamaica just make a stand say, yo, I not celebrate now. I see it, I tell you, I see it that year, man. Believe. I tell you, we see some people not celebrate the holiday. No big cooking. You understand? But you know, not everybody's strong. Some people, everybody as strong as some. Some people know, but the excitement and the joy with them see I come with it, them can't, like, you know what I mean? Them just can't ignore it. Them have to be a party kind of. But as I say, if the right people them stand up, you know what I mean, and come to the I.S.U.P.K, get inside this body and be a tower, you know what I mean? Then you're frightened for see. You're frightened for see our people just say, oh, yeah, woman. Just because everybody now do it, me now do it too. Me now do it neither. With Jamaicans that, you know, me I tell you, you know we do it, man. Believe. And me have good confidence in our. You know what I mean? All right, what me that say before me reach us? Yeah, Nineveh. Zin, we can be like Nineveh. You understand? All right, let me jump back to some scriptures. Now, bear with me, you know, the class you kind of rantish, you know. It's like, bear with me. You know what I mean? All right, so are things like this the most I tell you? You see me? We are jump to Deuteronomy again, chapter 7. See, verse 1. And him said, when the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, and the Perizzites. These are all the Africans. Then. We are not Africans. These are Africans. See? And the Hivites and the Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than thee. So the most high, them well established as nation and them powerful, them have kingdom. And the most high said, Uno when we just take out of Egypt as slave, you know what I mean? Uno no know no concept of being a nation. Me I go cast out them before uno. Me I go organize uno go become a formidable army before me in the wilderness, yeah, and me I go cast them out. You see, when you get the land there, see? Let me continue reading. And the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee. Thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenants with them, nor shew mercy unto them. This is how serious God is. I want to listen. I don't think Christian and say, well, God knows it's still so. No matter with that. Reality is reality. You want to live in a delusion? Sorry for you. God is like this. God said, don't show them no mercy. I mean, I tell you, if we go out, they go kill nobody. But this is what the Most High commanded us. But then, this is the reality of the God where you think is all loving. It's not all loving. That's something there in a Christianity, no real. Oh, God, for all loving, and you're there and I get to a suffer. That come like love to you. God punish you because him not all loving. We do something against him, so him punish you. That is not all loving. You understand? So him say, show them no mercy. When you go in our land and defeat them, wipe them out. See, who no land this now? Which land that? That I land in the Middle East. You understand? The entire Middle East. We not talk about that little plot of land there, where the Israelite them live. Them are no Israelites. See? When the entire Middle East was ours. We run out the African them go down back in them land. You know what I mean? Well, at that time, them never occupy Africa. Them did occupy the Middle East. So I guess them go down in Africa. And Africa become them land now. See? Well, they have the Egyptians, them who was another one. Mizraim, them did already settle in parts of Africa. But the rest of them, the Hittites and, well, the Canaanites, them fled down in Africa. They are South Africa now. Them are the Canaanites. See? So him saying, show them the mercy. This is a your land. This is the land where they get to Adam. Uno I get it now. This is the best land. Them only that occupy it because me that build Uno. Me that make Uno multiply. Uno in a slavery in Egypt, fine. See? Uno me go organize Uno. Uno I go get the land here. I run them out. My land. The most I call it theme land. There was scripture where say they parted my land. And that is where you see I go on in the Middle East now. They divide up the most high land. See? Let me continue reading. Verse 3. Neither shall thou make marriages with them. Him say, neither want you marry them filthy Africans. Don't touch them woman, don't make them man touch on the daughter. The most they preserve this bloodline where him carefully, you know what I mean, maintain and you know what I mean? The most I have an input in a all. You notice we're talented? The most I carefully make that happen. Him carefully set we apart because we are the people where him want to rule this God-forsaken planet where we make. Him want we rule it, not the Edens. You understand? The Bible is not no religious book. This is a book of power. And I love to talk about the 48 laws of power. These are the power. You understand? It just did in the hands of the Christian church and the oppressor. This is power. So in most time, in farm way, in maintain the bloodline. Don't want to mix, don't want to mingle. You understand? Let me continue reading. So he said, neither shall thou make marriages with them, thy daughters thou shalt not give to their son or his son, nor his daughters shall thou take unto thy son. Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. The most I have a problem with you serving other gods. I want to listen. This is very serious. You understand? So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you. So the most I make you know, say, yo, if you worship other gods, his anger will be kindled against you. You celebrating New Year's and then telling the most I you want him bless you. I blame the Christian church because they never tell you how God stay. You understand? Christian church kept you ignorant of how God stay. God said, if you do that, he might get angry with you. You understand? It's not a fairy tale. We live out the Most High anger. You know, see it? The Most High angry. We are living at the Most High anger. Then, let me continue reading. And destroy thee suddenly. The Most High have been destroyed. You think of Satan work for the Most High. The Most High, Satan carry out the will of the Most High. There's nobody opposing God. Never. That can't happen. You know who oppose God? We. Like we don't have no sense. You understand? We oppose the Most High to our demise. And then now you have the oppressor who thinks him can replace God. But the Most High say, I'm going to destroy white people completely. They're going to be like dinosaurs in a museum. You understand? Just wait a little longer. There will be no more. See? Yeah, man. All right, verse 5. But thus shall he deal with them. He shall destroy their altars. What is their altars? Their altars would be, you know what I mean, for example, their manner of worship. So the Most High said, don't worship them God, or you're going to make me angry. But this is what I want you to do. Destroy for them gods. Mash up this. Destroy Christmas. You know what I mean? Desecrate that Christmas tree. You understand? That is what the Most I expect from you. When somebody said to you, you know, buy a Christmas tree, you say, no, you're mad. And if somebody set up a Christmas tree in your house, you throw that out. You want the favor of the Most High? This is how you get the favor of the Most High. This is how you get the love of God. You desecrate them altars. You step out of that Christian church there. You make that bastard, that pastor in that church know, say, yo, me now worship no white Jesus in your church, and me now celebrate no Christmas. You understand? We are worship our God, the God of our forefathers. See? And you will see that Christian church come to naught. You will see that pastor go poor. You understand? But if you keep on going that church and feeding that pastor, he might go look like him blessed. And the most I go punish your feet. You understand? Let me continue reading. He might go bless and you go curse. So lucky. See? Let me continue reading. He shall destroy their altars and break down their images. The one thing with the Edens, you know, them always have images. When you go in a Catholic church, you have so much image, you have images of all the saints, all the so-called saints and the so-called prophets. Images. One thing with Edens, images is all them have. You know why? Because them don't have the Most High. We have the Most High, and the Most High tell us, don't make no image of him. The reason why the Most High don't show us him face, because know we're going to make an image of him. And we're going to worship that and feel like a that God. So him said, call me the invisible God. Because him know how simple mine is. We're going to make an image of him, and we're going to think that image there are the one we are blessed with. Like the heathens. So him say, yo, you not see me. Just know see me there. All right. So if you ever wonder why you don't see God, that is the reason. Him no want you make no image of him. Him no want you draw him and bow down and worship the dry. Because now you just make that God there. I know God that, you know. You just make it and you dictate how you worship him. And him know the dangers will come with worshiping other gods. You understand? The image is nothing, you know. But in your mind, the image is something. And that is the problem. That is the problem. So the Most High, you never see the Most High yet because you are going to worship an image where you make him. Him say, no man see my face and live. If you see him face, I'm going to kill you. Because then you're going to draw him. You're going to carve out something, I'm going to kill you. Because you're going to see that a God. You understand? Let me continue reading. See him? All right. And cut down their groves and burn their graven images. You see what the Most High, you might say to yourself, what are those images? Why the Most High deal with it so drastic and rare? Because he want your attention. He want your full attention. He want your focus. Him said, don't rape, don't rape. Don't be no LGBT, don't be no LGBT. Don't murder, don't steal. That's him want your focus, man. Don't focus on your image. You understand? You want your focus. And you say your focus, and over time it's natural. We just build a culture of doing the right thing. But now is a thing where we have to be blasted it over and over again. We have an advantage over our foreparents, as we said. Them never have the internet. Everybody never have a copy of the Bible. It was the priests, them who have the big scrolls, and if you hear the scrolls, you have to present yourself in front of the priest. So for the most part, many people probably them hear the Most High laws through word of mouth. What them neighbor said to them, and guess what them neighbor go say to them? Whatever foolishness them hear over one part where somebody learned from one heathen, and then that become a disadvantage or an undoing to them. Because you don't have access to it yourself to know exactly. No, you have it. Read your Bible. Read it. And when you don't understand, well, as a matter of fact, you don't understand it by yourself. You have a link. You have to get inside these classes. You have to watch them so you have to understand them. You understand? You have to get into, if you want to be a priest, or you want to be a man of God, everybody can be that neither. I'm telling you something too. If you was one in your past life, you can't be one now. So it's not even a thing like say boy, but you need to get inside the school though. You know what I mean? And everybody are gonna be a prophet, and everybody can do it. You know what I mean? But one thing you can do, you can get inside the school and you can support the school and help push this far. See it? Yeah, man. All right, let me continue reading. Verse 6. For thou art an oath, man. Listen to this now, man. Listen. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. So the Most High say, mash up them altar, destroy them false idol, everything. Don't show them no mercy, none at all. Get rid of them. Me not like them. You understand? Get rid of them. Uno me like, uno me love. Get rid of them. I go replace them with uno. Uno go rule this earth. See? Why? For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Holy means separate. The Most High set you aside for himself unto the Lord thy God. Him have uno over yaso. Him make everybody, but him no want everybody. Him want uno. Uno him want. And it no change. Him not change it. You understand? It not go change. You see me? So the Most High say, why? I want to do this. Why? Because uno is my people. Uno belong to me. You understand? Yo, you don't get no more honor than that, you know, man. What more you want? You want no more than that. If you know, say the white man can't pray to God, he can't pray to God because God not listen to him. God listen you, though. The Chinese man, where he might make all the money in the world off of you and then still come on the roadside and sell. Come take up your space. God now listen to him prayer. God listen you do. Maybe if you start keep the Most High laws, because the Most High now go listen to no sinner. So you have to keep him Lord. Maybe if you pray, the Most High make the Chinese them poor. After you start keeping Lord, if you come together and say, yo, we're going to keep the Most High laws, you know, we're not celebrating the New Year, we're not, you know what I mean, we're not celebrating the holiday. You see, except the holy days of the Most High give it. See, which is better, by the way. Way better. See? And then we pray to the Most High. We pray to the Most High. Get rid of the Chinese and get rid of the white people them off our neck and rear. The Most High will do it. Who you think get rid of the Canaanites and the Hivites and the Hittites? Him. But if you're not trusting him, like you have a son and him disobedient to you and him want you, you're not give him what he want. Him bright. He might ask you for buy him a bicycle. Every time you tell him to go beard, him no want to go beard. Him not get no bicycle. He might do bad in a school. The Most High is a father, you know. If you see him come home with, I want PlayStation 5. You not buy that game. You not buy that game. Him not get no PlayStation 5. So you see, we is that bad and disobedient, son. We keep on celebrating New Year's. We keep on celebrating Thanksgiving and all them other holidays there. And then want the Chinese them stop suffer with. No, Chinese them prosper. I don't have a problem. So you Most I pray. Most I pray like you. Same way you pray. Who you think you get your characteristics from? And not the bad things them you do. The little ways them we have. And the Most High we get it from him, give him ways them. So we are the best when know if we understand the Most High. We now give no disobedient picking a PlayStation 5. So you now go get the Edens them now go take them foot off of your neck until you become obedient to the Most High. No matter how much church you go. You go to church, and you clap or you sing, and you worship this. Most time now I hear your prayer then, man. 2025 are going to be a rotted year for you. Yeah, man, it's going to, trust me. You notice every year, every year people them say, yo, boy, 2014, 2024, it's wicked in a man. Guess what you have to say for 2025? 2025 are going worse. Believe more, I tell you. Don't make your delusion, you know what I mean? Don't make your delusion, make you stop your ears and don't listen to me. Listen. Listen. 2025 is going to be worse if you don't turn away from all them something. Every year I go worse. And everything will come to a climax now. So guess what? You're about to see some interesting things. You understand? Yeah, man. All right. So the Most High make you know why? Because you are his people. You are his holy people. And listen to this. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people. Hold on there. Hold on. 1 second. Bam. Yeah. Let me see if everything will go on good with the stream. Yeah, man. Everything to work. See? I want to listen to this, you know. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. You understand? Listen to this now. This is the kicker. Listen. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth, there's no equality in the Bible. Take that out of your mind, Bridget. That's something that Christianity that come directly from the slave master to make you feel like, oh, no man, everybody equal. The slave master having foot by your neck, you're not equal to him, better than you in that wicked place, yeah. So, how him teach about equality? Well, the Most High say, no, I never equality. You supposed to be better than him. You understand? So, you have to know when somebody run game for you, know, God love everybody. The same slave master will give you a religion will tell you say God love everybody. And him did have you in a slavery. And him not pay for slavery yet. He might run a game for you, mind games. The Bible never said that God no love everybody who's part of the in the Bible. The Most High say, wipe out the whole of them over there. So what for them love them? The Most High tell you wipe out the Hittites, the Canaanites, the Jebusites, the Perizzites. Oh, so you no love them. Somebody had tell you a lie. God only love you and it's conditional. If you keep him laws, you have him love. Most High not play. Does this world look like a play world to you? Look how much work the Most High put in this. Him seem like a joker. Most High is not a joker. The Christian church make him out to be a joker. The Most High is a good father. That is what he is. A good father. Not a joker. You understand? Let me read that again. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. There's no equality. The Christian pastor lied. There's no such thing. When the oppressor talk about all man was created equal, you know where he did that? In a slavery. You remember that? For the American Constitution. Because all man is created equal. He was in slavery when him said that. Stop believe the lie, no gossip. The Most High only a deal with you. But if you don't listen, you're going to get your ass bust. You have to listen. You don't have a choice. Where are you going to go? All right, I'll put it that way. Your whole existence is because of the Most High. The only reason why the Most High created Israel is to serve him. He created us to serve him and rule the earth. Our job is to rule this earth. You can't just decide, say, oh, me I go just follow the other nation. They never make with mix. Same way never make the lion for mix with the tiger, it never make you for mix and love the other nations. They are your competition. It make variety for a reason. Varieties don't come together. Them compete. Even the apple compete with the orange. Because when you know what I mean? It's either you like the orange more or you like the apple more. Or you like the banana, you like the plum, you like the this. Everything compete, variety competes. All the hell you gonna tell me say you gonna join with the Chinese, man. You lock your eye them, you move like you're blind. You not face reality. The Most High make you for your purpose. And you have to carry out that purpose. Your purpose is to serve him. So guess what you have to do? No more New Year's going forward. Just get that out of the way. Done. You're not picnic. You don't need to celebrate no New Year's and no Christmas. You're not big people. You can make big decisions. When you was a child, you make stupid decisions. When you become big now, you have to make serious decisions that will affect your life or your children. Well, this is one. You have to throw away these customs that your oppressor give you to come back to the Most High. See? All right. What would they know? So now that will tell you where the fake New Year's come from. See? We're going to show you what the Most High said was the New Year. Right? We're going to jump to Exodus chapter 12 and verse. Let me start at verse 1. See? It said, this is the real New Year. You're not in the New Year. The New Year is not forward yet. I'll tell you when it comes. See? And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this was when we were still enslaved in Egypt, and Moses was getting ready to take us out of Egypt. See? Verse 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. You understand? Let me continue. It shall be the first month of the year, meaning this is the beginning of the year. First month of the year is the beginning of the year. Let's see what that was. See, verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, Jamaican black people, Asians, Dominicans, Mexicans, Black Americans, Brazilians. You are the children of Israel. Cubans, one father, four mother. See, let me continue reading. Saying, in the 10th day of the month, they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. See, verse 4. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto him, his house, take it according to the number of the souls, every man according to the eating. See, scroll down. Verse 6. And he shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the month. This is the holy day that the Most High give, not the holiday. Let me tell you what it is. See? Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the doorposts, and the upper doorpost of the house wherein they shall eat. You want to hear that in a Bible tale, right? Let me scroll down. Let me tell you what this was. See? Verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it, and your loins girded, and your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. So the beginning of the month, or the beginning of the year, is when the Passover was kept. You now stay with me? See? So you notice when we read up verse 2, right? And verse 3, it said, this shall be the first month of the year. And then it explained to you that this was the time of the Passover. You understand? So the beginning of the year was in the time of the Passover. When is the Passover? All we have to do is Google it. You know what I mean? All we have to do is Google it. In the scriptures as well. See? It in the New Testament when it said, you know what I mean? And Mary and Joseph went up for the Passover. It was in the time of tax season. Tax season is in what? The spring. But let me Google it for go now a quicker, you know what I mean? Breakdown. See? Passover is a spring festival that takes place in the early spring. The New Year's is in spring. As a matter of fact, the New Year starts at the beginning of spring because you can't have a New Year in the dead middle of winter. When winter starts? December. And when it done? February. when a New Year's in the middle of winter. You can't have a thing there, a New Year's in the middle of a season. The New Year's is the beginning of spring. And the 14th day in the New Year is the Passover. So you have what? You have 3 to 4 months to go. 4 months to go before the New Year. You're not in the New Year according to God. According to the Romans, them, Rome, we burn Rome every day. We burn Pope Paul, we burn Pope, we burn Vatican, because they molest Pitney and all them things. But yet still we are celebrate them God. We not burn Rome, man. It sounds like you do in Rome as the Romans do. And the Roman them fuck batty. Excuse my language. You do what the Roman them do, and the Roman them are LGBT. Then you wonder why so much of our people them gone off in that spirit there. Because you do as the Romans do. You celebrate the Romans Christmas, the Romans New Year's, the Romans Valentine's Day, the Romans Easter. Then what you expect? You not worship God. God tell you enough to worship, none of that. But you wouldn't know, as I said. You wouldn't know because your Christian pastors, them are poor leaders, brethren. And you know what I mean? As I said, the day I go coming up, I tell you some believe so that day you come charge. This day I go come when you go walk out of the Christian church without fear. I mean, no fear I will on the back in that, you know. I want to think when I go burn in one place named Hell. When you're in the Bible. It was a parable and it not about literally burning. You understand? There's no place when you're dead where you go burn forever and ever. Your spirit go back to God, and when God ready, Him send you back in another baby in the womb, and you're born again. That's your hell. That's your punishment or your blessing. Either your hell or your heaven. Right now, we in a hell. As a people, we in a hell. Hell, you know what I mean, tends to not be, for the most part, individual. We're all in hell right now. Slavery was hell. You understand? All right, somebody I make a smart, wise guy comment in the chat. Let me see how it is. Dean Stewart. Where is Moses' mother, father, son, daughter? Where is Moses' tomb? Who this? What do you mean, where is Moses' tomb? All right, let me ask you this. Which part of, because I know we are going to try, no fun we say them thing, uno believe in a chemit and all them things. See? Where is the fear of them tomb? You know the fear of them tomb there? In some British museum. Right? So, you're not going to see Moses' tomb in a homeland. Them probably have it somewhere. You understand? We never bury like the Egyptians them bury in some illustrious golden tomb. You would have most likely find bone, and our land has long been excavated and, you know what I mean, and pillaged. Them now go dig up some black people as the Jews and say, oh, see them here. Use your common sense, no man, but guess what they tell you? They say the Egyptians them here. And even the Egyptians them no want to tell you, say them the dark skin. By this time, you must know, say the oppressor is a thief and a liar. And you watch him documentary them, because we know you never read what you're just saying in no book. And you don't read. We know that for a fact. You smoke weed, that's the way you do. It's a weed head. I mean, not if you ask me, know you smoke weed. See? You don't read that in a no book. It's a documentary you book upon, and your documentary while you was high, get the few brain cells them active, and you say, that's true, where Moses there? Because you don't want to keep God law. You don't want to stop being a thief. So you want the Bible you come up against you. You really have deny Moses, said Moses exists because you don't like the Bible. So the Bible said, you're not for rape, you're not for be a LGBT, you're not for, you know what I mean, molest, little picnic. So you always come up against the Bible. So you find some reason because you don't want to continue to do the evil you do. So here what you need for do, go and back out, smoke your weed, watch your documentary them, and you know what I mean, and suffer in a silence, brethren. Now come over here so with your foolishness. I can bet you say you never read 2 books in the Bible before. You understand? Yo. So, like me I say, now are the time for stop celebrate. You know what I mean? These holidays. See? These holidays, we need to stop celebrating. We need to throw it, we find them offensive. You understand? Throw them away, Virgin. And we believe, say, yo, Jamaican people can do it. We believe, say, in a mass, our people can just make a stance. I don't need to read. Here reply. You see, all of them say this time reply. I don't need to read the book again because observing in the first ways at night. I'll know him not say him no smoke weed. You notice? Which means, say, me right, boy, yo. Me no want to hear nothing more. Me no want to hear nothing more. I'll know you know say it's not a documentary you watch. Oh, me know. Me right, boy, yo. So you not have to comment. You can just go back where that come from, brother. Or even better, put on the weed and get inside them class. Yeah. You understand? No, we not block them until them get overly disrespectful. It's when them get overly disrespectful, then we block them. You have all right for so I say, you know. See? You have all right, but we know the spirit there, we know where it come from, so we just address it. You know what I mean? All right. I'll jump to some more scriptures. All right, we're going to jump to Deuteronomy chapter 4. Hold on, let me see what else we have. All right, so I last scriptures. See? All right, but last time I got to address him. Notice I know him, no say him no smoke weed. We know we see it from a mile away. We see it from a mile away. We know all our reason the same way. We know we reason we do now. We know how we think, why we think the way we think, where we get to the information from. We need to go far. You understand? Yeah, man. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and 1. Then it said, therefore, hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgment which I teach you. So what are the statutes and the judgment? It's talking about the laws. The judgment would be how we deal with somebody who break a law. For example, LGBT would be put to death. A man where rape would be put to death. An adulterer, a man will sleep with another man, woman, would be put to death. Of course, we not tell you to do it now, because if you do that, the oppressor will lock you up. And it's not your job to do that. It's the priest's job to do that. We know in our kingdom now, so we can't do them something there. See? But these were the judgments that the Most High give it. Certain crime, this is how you deal with it. Certain things, this is how you deal with it. You understand? Let me continue reading. See? Which I teach you for to do them. So the Most High one will do these judgments, carry out these instructions. See? That ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord thy God of your fathers giveth you. So him said, do them so you can possess the land. So it's a condition. You want the land, you want to be a nation, these laws, you have to keep these laws if you want. You notice we always I say black people not come together. You want to come together? Let me tell you who keep us apart. Different from the things them with the oppressor put in place to keep us apart. The Most High keep us apart. Because if we come together, we are come together for the evil. For we come together, we have to come together under female law, statutes, and commandments. That is how he set the thing. You understand? You understand? So, this is how you come together. You want the land? Right now, we have the heathens in our land. We have the Saudi Arabians in our land. We have the Israelites, them or the Israelis, them in our land. We have the Palestinians, them in our land. We have the Syrians, them in our land. We have, you know what I mean, so many heathens in our land. We want the land, we want back the land where everybody a fight over, which is our land rightfully. This is what we have to do. No, hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes. Let me read that properly. Now, therefore, hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgment which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord, God of your fathers, have given you, or giveth you. See? Verse 2, ye shall not add unto the word which I command you. Means say, no, you can't say, boy, weed is the healing of the nation. Most I never tell you that. You understand? No, you can't say pork can't eat. So don't add to what the Most High said. Let me continue reading. Neither shall he diminish aught from it. You understand? No, you can't tell the people them say, oh man, you don't have to keep the Most High laws them no more, man. The laws are done away with, like your Christian pastor said. See, let me continue reading. Neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you. See in verse 3, your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal-peor. For all the men of the followers of Baal-peor, the Lord thy God has destroyed them from among you. You understand? So we have seen the judgment of the Most High in many occasions. You know what I mean? Right before our eyes, we are the only people who experience what God is capable of. The other nations only hear about it. You understand? Unless I feel them time to get destroyed on our behalf. But we break the Most High laws and we know what the Most High can do. And we also know the goodness of the Most High as well. The Most High mercy is even greater than him. Because see, we are still there talk. And a thousands of years we are this him. You understand? Thousands of years we are this him and I worship other gods. And him, even though him kick we out of Thailand, him still never does make the white man. Because the white man every day try genocide, you know. Every day. What you think? Him pies our food, him do this, him do experiment power way, and we still there. The white man probably are saying in mind, yo, we can't kill them, you know. We can't kill them. Him try everything. And we still there. Who you think make we still there? Most time make we still there. You understand? See what I go on. I'm so forward back to the scripture. OVO kids say black people write the Bible. They do your history. Damn right, OVO kid. Big up yourself, OVO kid. Sometimes I just a forward in them, just a book up our class, but through them teachers, some of them teachers are just some weeded rasta. You know what I mean? And then book up on the class them. And it sounds strange because I just the weed attack. I just the little weed man in them head I run up and down and attack. You see? But in probably couple class him forward. That's why I not block him, you know. Because him not disrespectful. Nah, block him. Don't disrespectful. But definitely I go correct him. See? He might come back next time. I'm say at least I realize. I learn to have more patience with the people. See? The same people them will come and no foolishness, come back and I tell you like I them a teacher. And me appreciate it. Me not tell you like, you see me? But could I say in enough cases, no me that tell you. I say, man, I'm just glad you learn. You understand? Glad you learn. Because an idea, I say about Jamaican people, Jamaican Benjamites, who no blind. Who no blind. That's one thing I have to rate to know with. Who no blind. Who no see truth, who no see it. Sometimes when you coward for burn out the lies them, you know. See? Sometimes when you coward. But some you know, at least burn it out privately. You know what I mean? That's why we say no cowards, you know. You know what I mean? We want brave people for forward up in this and you know what I mean? Just get this message out. And believe me, I feel like in all 4 years' time, Jamaican people will stop celebrating every single holiday over here. So, and I'll start celebrate the Passover. The Passover come like a sting without the profanity and the lewdness. You understand? Let me not say sting, because sting done, you know. You know what I mean? The Passover be like Freedom Street or New Roads. You understand? So the Passover for look. Because I owe something that to the most I give it. You understand? I owe a thing that you have some white people in Europe, not Europe, but in Israel or Palestine, I claim to be with, and I do a bad job at it. So me I say in the next 4 years, you're frightened for no. Frightened for no, man. Jamaican people are keep the Passover. And guess what? Guess what happened? Chinese, them are going to go broke. Chinese, them are going to go poor. The Arabs, them will own all I store them downtown. Them have to go lift up. Because now God people wake up and know who them is and know say them people enough here rich half away. Half a we, yo, one thing, you know, we have a level of pride as Jamaican, you know. Zin, where it, yo, some might say it unmatched, you know. Little Jamaica, you know. Imagine if we know who we really was. Yeah, brag about being a Jamaican. Virgin, if you know who you really was, you give Jamaica the glory. When you, your bloodline, where you come from, and that are the real thing about it. I know the country named Jamaica. You wear this big Jamaican flag where you got foreign for everybody knows you come from Jamaica. Virgin, you're greater than this stupid place. I don't even want to call myself in Jamaica. You know Yahoo? If you even know Yahoo, believe, man, trust me, I'm not normal, man. See what I go on, so. Don't worry yourself, just continue coming day and Stewart to this class. You see? We'll get you right, man. You know what I mean? Let me continue reading. Verse 3. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal-peor. For all the men that followed Baal-peor, the Lord thy God has destroyed them from among you. You know what I mean? The Most High destroy nation. Well, in this case, these were some disobedient. But you know what I mean? Like we read before, the Most High destroy nations on our behalf. Nations, wipe them out. For you. We alone can say we have God. We are alone. Why, you know privilege that is, man? You ever hear about white privilege? We have real privilege. But we are wasted. We are dash it, we are gateway. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. And that is what we need to understand about the Most High. You see, we are hypocrite, but the Most High faithful. You see, if we loyal to the Most High nah let we down, you know. The Most High nah let we down. But we are hypocrite. So guess what we do now? The Most High do all this good for we and show we all this mercy. You know what we're going to do? Celebrate New Year. Celebrate Christmas. Celebrate Easter, Valentine's Day. And don't ask one question where them things come from and where you do. You know what we do? The Most High save we out of a bad situation. Let me tell you what we do. This is how we do. We pray to the Most High for student loan for go to college. And we study hard to get the degree. Then, and when somebody say go read the Bible, yo, me not read that book, I can't bother read that. Can't bother read that. All right, go do your research on Ray and find out where them holidays you come from, or you know what I mean? Or say Jesus was black and the Israelite them black. Can't bother with that. You bust your brain to get the college degree. But it's better you never get the college degree. You understand? Because you know we're one damn. All right, you know me I start make the comments answer. So all right, watch out now. Aya, This person named Aya said, King James write the Bible. You are teaching from the same Bible. Now I'm going to ask the chat, for those who've been watching our class, did King James write the Bible? Because what you just say, is a serious allegation in Aya. And him also say King James was gay. But here what him say, you see contradiction? King James was gay, and him write the Bible that says LGBT must be stoned to death. And the Bible alone says nothing like that, you don't have no African folklore or tale that say LGBT is wrong, As a matter of fact, Africa is infamous, the LGBT. Them love it. See? And Sodom and Gomorrah was in Africa. You understand? So now, let me ask again. Did King James write the Bible? Anybody in our chat where did there when we break it down, several classes ago, just answer him for me. Did King James write the Bible? Was King James a LGBT? Is King James a white man? We use Google, but one thing we don't rely upon Google alone. You see me? We use Google, but we can't rely upon Google alone. You see me? We use Google, man. We use the same Google and prove same black too. So me give you the answer. You know what I mean? We use the same Google and prove same black. All right, let me tell you why that saying came about that King James write the Bible. Misunderstanding. People don't understand. And it's just a black people. And me not quick with so much because a slavery where I come out and we not understand certain things. See, King James never write the Bible. In pay 50 scribes to translate it from Hebrew, which means the Bible existed in Hebrew. What is Hebrew? The language of the Israelites. Who are the Israelites? The people who wrote these scriptures. So in pay 50 scribes to translate it from Hebrew and Greek to English. You understand? Because the Old Testament and the Apocrypha was in Hebrew, see? And the New Testament was in Greek. See? So in pay 50 scribes were translated. Why? Because the Roman Catholic Church and him was at war and they were trying to paint their image in his people record, which is the Bible, or what you call the Bible today. So he makes sure him translate it as accurate as possible, or pay scribes to translate it as accurate as possible, put it in book format that him can just spread it and give everybody a copy so the Roman Catholic Church could destroy it. Yes, keep on and say him. Wait, if your PS cut, King James wasn't a scribe, You know who's a scribe? A scribe is a what I call it, scholarly person who knows certain language. The reason why I'm have to pay people for do it because him can't do it. You understand? Him could do it. So you mean him put things in it? Him not put nothing in it. Him pay them to do a job and them do it and him make it in a book format so that the common man can get it. And everybody could have owned a scroll. A scroll was very expensive and rare. You understand? Of course, King James had the scrolls because he might come from the bloodline of the children of Israel. By the way, he's a black man. Use the same Google and just type in, is King James black? That's all you have to do. See him? So he make sure it's in a book format, everybody can get a copy in the kingdom. After that, the Roman Catholic Church get him out, kill him. His son go upon the throne. His son have to flee to France. You have some rebels were left back in England and Scotland. See, called the Jacobites. who, and why them call themselves the Jacobites? Because they were children of Jacob. They were the Israelites who rule in England. Them try fight a rebellion to get him son back on the throne. Them lose, and a white man sit on the throne of England. Called, what's his name again? I still remember his name. Zane. And there becomes Queen Elizabeth lineage start rule England. The Roman Catholic Church after him death started a propaganda saying was a LGBT and them whitewashing picture during the Renaissance period. You understand? Psalms 137. All right, let me go to it. Psalms 137. I'm going to read it. See, and you tell me what you really want, you know, understand about it. See, 137. All right. It's an entire chapter. See, you never give me a verse, you know, but I'm going to read it. It's a short chapter. All right. Verse 1. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, yea, we wept when we remember Zion. Verse 2. We hang our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. Verse 3. For there they that carried us away captive require of us a song, and they that wasted us require us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. Verse 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let me my right hand forget her cunning. All right, may I read, but tell me what you want to understand from this, brother. Oh, that's a slave. You're right, you know. You're right. I we this, you know. I we this. You're so right. I don't know why you come over here so with hostility. You're right. Can we just break it down? Zin, let me continue reading. All right. You have to remember, Zin. Now we can break it down exactly to you now. Zin, David writes Psalms, you know. David was the one who writes Psalms, right? Babylon invaded Jerusalem after David, years after David died. But David was still able to prophesy about Babylon. You understand? This song was a prophecy. See? And it also applied to our slavery recently in modern day Babylon. So you're right. They required of us a song, which and that's all we do in this place. Sing. That's all we do. Sing, 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 sing. We are the best singers. We are the best entertainers. Them want murder from we meanwhile them oppress we. You know what I mean? But if we would do what our foreparents would do at one time, refusing to sing, because hear what him said. Saying, him say, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? That is what we should do. Say, how we fear sing and entertain these oppressors in this strange, you know what I mean, in this land of our captivity. But we not have that spirit today. We submit to the oppressor. You understand? But you're right, brother. Are we? So you see, say Bible are our own though. Yeah? So all right. Remember earlier when I telling you say no 5 people them will come and disagree with me, them really agree with me, you know. But why sometimes them doesn't look a fight, daddy. Our people don't learn until them lose a battle. You know? But you're right, brother. You're right. We Bible is all about us, our book. That's a stolen goods. You know what I mean? And them read it back to us and give us an explanation that is not what the book is saying. So we need to read it back again. You understand? So Dean Stewart, oh yeah, cuss black man now. And I understand you. First, yeah, so we are read a white man book. And now yeah, cuss black man. Brethren, I don't say we are coward. We just more while our people afraid because them know the all right, for example, what we do, people like we say, yo, we have to be careful what you talk, say, you know, because them try to get you out, you know. See? So enough people wouldn't want to do what we are do. See? But you can't cover the oppressor. You have to just come and talk the truth. And that is what we do in the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, Your Honor. Our motto is the home of the truth. We are the home of the truth. You understand? So, yeah, our people for the most part are afraid because they're afraid of the oppressor, but we're not afraid of the oppressor. We will live for this and die for this. You understand? And we say, one of our other mottos, we have so many mottos, is no cowards. You understand? No cowards. You can't be a coward and serve the Most High. You understand? But I know so people are coward, brother. See? What you expect from them. You know what I mean? But what we are trying to do is put courage in the heart of our people by telling them who them really is. You still going back to that, brother? You say King James a white man? No, brother. All right. Let me see. Yo, I'm going to close out the class now still, you know. Zin. Adolphus last. Shalom, brother. Shalom. I'm going to close out the class, Charlie. Let me read 2 more comments. And then, you don't know. Friday, I will show up on the breakdown page. We have another page called It's Kayad 144 or the Breakdown Podcast. Same on TikTok. Let's go over there. We put out a lot of videos over there. Then we have a show where we stream over there every Friday night called the Breakdown Podcast. Seeing where we address topics, you know what I mean, that affect our people. You understand? Here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, you know. So and just go over that TikTok page, seeing Kayad 1144 or the Breakdown Podcast. See? So you can tune in. Or you go over to I.S.U.P.K Jamaica, see, on YouTube or Facebook. And you know what I mean, you can view it there. We also keep class on Sundays as well. So Wednesday nights and Sunday afternoon. 7 p.m. on Wednesdays and 3 p.m. on Sundays. You understand? Yeah, man. You said the Most High bigger than the Bible. I don't think you understand what the Bible is. The Bible is the instructions that the Most High give to us for us to do. No, if the Most High don't give us instructions, how will we know what to do or if it's the right thing? So we can't say the Most High bigger than the Bible when the Bible is where the Most High try to get with it. You know what I mean? Do. You understand? The Most High try to get with it, stop do certain things and start do the right thing. All right, let me see. Somebody else a comment. FirstJew.com say the Bible is not our book. Then how you name First Jews? If you don't believe say the Bible is our book. He is not. He is a black and our grandfather. Receiving X, no refund. The first king and queen of UK were black. I understand what you are saying, brother. Check out our hereditary receipt. We follow the Quran. Oh, you're Muslim, but why you name First Jew? Well, Farrakhan himself, you know. Farrakhan himself said we are the children of Israel. Farrakhan read from the Bible so much. You understand? Read from the Bible more than him read from the Quran because he know the Quran is a plagiarism of the Bible. See? Slack you. All right, now close out the class now. Remember to like, share, subscribe. I'll read the security announcements, I know. Hold on, let me see. I'll read the security announcements. All right, these are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements, where the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, there are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, and is pronounced ma'aishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. All right, so go over to ISUPK.com. You know what I mean? Pay your tithes. Stop supporting your Christian pastor with your money, making him look like he's blessed when the Most High wants to punish him. You know what I mean? Your Christian pastor have you up in a church on watch night to celebrate this deity right here. See him? And him claim him is a man of God. Have you worshiping an idol on so-called New Year's Day? And you feed him. You understand? Start supporting the truth. You understand? Let me continue reading. Priest fund free will offering for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you'd like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. The next upcoming Holy Convocation, just stay tuned for that. You understand? You have it on the phone, but hold on. Those on TikTok might not be able to hear. So here what? TikTok, I'll go out for like a minute. You know what I mean? I will pull up the flyer on the phone. Hopefully it not end the live. All right, wait there. One second.